adventurers. My name is Brandon.
And I'm Tiffany.
And you're listening to Questboard, a podcast where we just make up random side quests. And of course, making side quests and all that stuff, we do have disclaimers.
We are not professional writers in any way, shape, or form. At least, we don't claim to be. We just like tabletop RPGs, and we do this for fun.
And we learn interesting facts like cat bear.
Yeah,
I'm always
fun.
just give reference to the last podcast we've made. But anyways, let's just find out what our next quest is. You got dice?
I got him. 70.
70.
Yep, just
You are
flat
rolling
each.
high recently, aren't you?
Yep.
70. Okay. Sales assistant wanted. Incredible
Uh-oh.
pay! Exclamation point. It's a multi-level marketing job. Oh, great. The job poster gives you a sales talk about their wonderful limitants and gizmos. They do work, but they are overpriced. You have to make bulk purchases of the items and then try to resell them for a profit. You are unlucky to find that the buyers need them to turn into a profit and are stuck with too much stock. Okay, so this is a job posting of someone who fell for an MLM scam.
Yeah.
And they just need help selling their stuff.
But the whole, you gotta buy it and then resell it thing, that's gonna be tough.
There's no party that will fall for this. Everyone knows an MLM scam.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, this is actually a tricky one.
I know.
Don't know what to do.
So what if the person selling all the stuff has an extremely high charisma score or something of that sort where they can talk the party into buying this?
Okay. In my opinion, like my game master kind of opinion, I would hate to do charisma rolls against a party.
Yeah.
Because that feels like you're just taking away their agency.
You're forcing them to do things they don't want to do.
Yeah. I'm kind of... Unless it's the charm spell or like dominate person kind of thing, or possession, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But if they have none of that, they should be able to choose what they want.
That is true. It is them creating the theater of the mind story.
Yeah. Okay.
But what if they do want to buy into this? What if they do want to go scam random people?
But okay. If you think about now we're going to talk about real life MLM scams. It's the problem is like, oh, I made so much money because, I sell to all these people and all that stuff. It's because they are the people on top.
Yeah.
And they sell to other people, which they sell their product to other people to then just keep, pyramid scheme. Everyone knows this. Yeah. But this job posting seems like this is a person on the bottom.
Or at least
so
midway.
if the party buys into it, they're not going to be making money or scamming people. They're going to be on the bottom putting themselves in debt.
But what if they don't have to buy the stuff? What if they can talk people into buying the stuff from the merchant? Maybe it just becomes a big ad campaign.
Oh, wait. Okay, hang on. Sudden inspiration. Okay, side note, I always picture these side quests to be fantasy-based.
Yes.
Technically, you could fit this storyline into any kind of setting you want, and that's one of the things we designed this podcast to be. But I'm just picturing, if we do a fantasy version of an MLM scam where it's like a crime organization or gang.
Ooh.
It's like, this is basically like a quote-unquote legal version of money sharks or money laundering kind of thing.
Yeah.
What if that just let's say this is a wife, a stay-at-home wife who wanted to earn extra money because husband is too busy with work and trying to get some extra cash, falls into this scheme, and now they're broke because of it, and the husband asks the party to basically eliminate the this entire organization or helps get them out of this debt.
Oh, snap. So
So
either
then-
you can help sell or go assassinate someone.
I'm just stop this quote unquote crime organization, which, to be honest, I believe the real life version of MLM scams is a crime organization.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. They're
scum.
not cool.
So we could go that approach.
Yes, I like this approach. The problem is they would have to then figure out who's on top.
Who's
running this whole thing?
Or is it like this branch? Let's say it's like a smaller town, maybe like a crossroads kind of like city, like big large town, small city kind of thing, where it's just like it's not exactly a huge city or capital, and so it's like each town or city has their own branch.
Okay. So maybe the wife, let's call her Karen for now. Maybe the wife, or sorry, Karen, got all this product with a promise to pay. Like she doesn't actually have the money, but they owe the money, and that's why the husband, let's call him George. I'm thinking up real original names right now.
Oh yeah, they're super original.
Uh-huh. But let's say George just finds out about this and he's like, "What? No, we cannot be doing this. You got to get rid of all of these right now."
And then like the group is like, "Nope, you took the product," kind of thing. We're
Yeah.
not taking it back. We're not giving you a refund, kind of thing.
Oh yeah, they're like, "We want our money now." And, if we don't get our money, well, that's what assassins are for.
And that's why the housewife like tries to recruit people for being a sales assistant so that they can actually try sell it
Yeah, she wants to finish this. She wants to like play it out.
just to repay the debt.
Yes. And
Okay, let's
the
say if
husband-
the party actually helps, right? Let's say the
Yeah.
party actually sells, like they have like a high charisma kind of character.
Maybe they'll just have like a big sale one day and say the price is normally this high, obnoxious price, but actually sell them for what they need to be sold for. Because that's how a lot of big box stores do it. They'll raise the prices and then have a sale. It's great.
But I was gonna say, let's say they do sell it and they were able to pay off the debt. Well, this is kind of like a mob style. That's when like the party realized that she signed a contract for like 5 years.
Oh, never signed the contract.
You know,
Yeah.
that kind of thing where
Not doing this.
yeah, the party can't keep doing this,
No.
and they clearly can't keep doing this.
So either this becomes an assassination mission where they have to go take out whoever holds the contract, or it becomes a thievery mission where they just have to make sure that contract disappears. Because, like, if the contract gets destroyed, what's to say she signed it?
Yeah, if the party helps her out, then they could then they have a time frame of like they only have so much time before she'll get another shipment, which if she
Yeah.
has physical like assets of it, then it's like more of a definitive proof if they go to law about this.
Yeah, like, we sent you the stuff.
Yeah,
We
but
know
if they
you're
stole
part
it
of this.
before she gets the new stuff, then if they go to law, it's just like you claim that she owes you money, but she doesn't have anything that's yours.
Yeah.
Why did she didn't buy anything from yours because clearly she doesn't have anything.
The whole point of the, like, sneaking in and doing stuff is to find the contract, destroy it, and remove her from every ledger. Like, everything that says, yes, send more stuff to this person.
That or just completely kill off the organization.
Or kill everyone. Yes, that is option.
I think that's going to
Less
be
desirable.
probably the standard thing because
Yeah.
I feel like most parties is just like shoot first, ask question later kind of thing.
Yes, a lot of parties are like that.
I mean, it's fun.
Dead bodies can't talk unless there's a necromancer.
I mean, you don't have to be a necromancer to kind of speak with the dead, right?
That's true.
It's just a necromancy kind of spell.
But also, I had expected an organization like this to not actually remember all the people, like not by name, each, personally making a relationship with these people. They would just have them down in a list of names.
No, I think
Like,
it would be like I think it would be just like a structure kind of thing where it's just like
Yeah.
head boss, couple people under him, then like 3 people under each of those people, and then like one more person under them. That's like they individually keep track of like you have 3 people, you have 2 people that they personally keep track of and make sure that they pay their payments kind of thing. The head boss doesn't know anything about this. So then if you just take out the small one that's like managing or like harassing this couple, then it does that like domino effect that you see in a lot of like shows or movies where it's just like you take him out, oh, the problem is solved. Oh no, the guys up above is like someone took out one of our guys, they're insulting this organization, then it creates a bigger issue.
Yeah. So would they then want to go straight to the top? Because what if
That's
the
up to
guys
the party.
lower in the organization also don't want to be in it? but they can't get out.
I feel like
No one above them knows their name.
this has to be a sleazy thing. Like everyone's like, you know what I mean? You gotta like
Not
not
everybody
feel
wants to be
any
in
guilt
this
towards these like organizations, especially when they're MLM scammers. Okay, you can hear a lot of my just distaste for MLM people in this one. I'm sorry, but you are horrible people to trick people into this.
Okay, let's tone that down a little. No, not so much hate now.
I'm
But
just
yeah, so
saying.
like, damn, it's not cool. All right, so do we want them to be able to go all the way to the top, or do we want to try to drive it to, hey, just take out this guy and everything's solved?
I think you could, depending on what the game master wants. I think you could set up so that the party would make it small scale so that the couple could get out of it.
Yeah.
But if, and I don't know if you want to talk about this, if they do that, then you could set up where the organization is no longer following the couple because the person who knows them is either dead or anything like that. But then the target is just on the party.
Yeah.
And that
shift
could
the
be
target.
leading to a different thing.
Yeah, it could easily lead to more fun and shenanigans.
The
Okay.
question is, do we want to, quote unquote, design that or not?
We could leave the second half of that up to the dungeon master, game master, whatever you're playing, whatever you're called. We should just work on the small fry.
Okay.
So either you have to kill him, or if your party doesn't like killing people, which admittedly there are some, it's harder to play that way, but sometimes more fun. Or they can go in and destroy the contract. Because I know back in like ye olden days, if the contract is destroyed, the agreement is null. Whether or not someone knows the contract existed, it's your word against mine, and no one likes you.
Well, it also depends on like their social standing. If they're noble, then their word kind of means more, you know.
Yeah, but there's no physical contract. What do we say? What do we do? It's gone. And they made this deal not maybe necessarily in the most legal of sense. Maybe it's not a legal binding contract. It only is a contract as long as it exists and can be shown to authorities.
I think that's our way out of just making sure that this isn't too complicated.
Yeah, it's like destroy the contract and, you're free.
Okay. We have a general like theme now.
Maybe it's a magical contract.
How would that work?
Like Ursula in Little Mermaid. You sign it, it's a magical binding thing, but if it gets destroyed, the magic is gone.
Okay, we're going Disneyland. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so whether it's magical or not, or just
Yes.
somewhat law binding, should we should, okay, so the set of characters for this one is the wife, Karen,
Yep.
the husband, George, and the person who is in charge of their debt.
Let's call him Donald.
Okay, we already had you just made a Disney reference, and now you have another Disney reference.
Shush. That's not the. I wasn't going Disney.
I kind of know which direction, I just didn't want to say it.
We can call him something else if you want, but
I mean,
anyway.
if
So Donnie.
if we're getting someone Donald, make him the head of the organization.
Oh, I get you. Yeah, no, that's not where I meant to go. I was thinking like the name Donnie.
Oh, okay, we'll
So
go with
Donnie's in
Donnie.
charge- Yeah.
Donnie sounds like actually like a crime kind of guy, or like a mafia kind of guy. Okay.
Yeah, Donnie.
Okay, so let's say, what is the level of wealth for this couple?
I'd say they're not poor, but they're definitely not rich. So they're somewhere in between, and they're at a point in their lives where they need
They're
a little
okay,
more money.
so they're like the working class that's like not in the slums,
Yeah.
but has like, okay, if we talk in terms of like city kind of thing, like they live outside the city walls,
Yeah.
but they live in a home that actually like has a backyard garden kind of level.
Yeah.
Okay, what does her husband do? What does George do for a living to pay for that? Unnecessary info, but I feel like it helps set things up.
Call him a blacksmith.
Okay, so a blacksmith, that usually
Yeah.
pays well,
Relatively
but it
well.
stays working class level no matter what,
Yeah.
unless they work for nobility.
And like it's backbreaking work, so he's probably coming home exhausted every day.
And she feels guilty.
Yeah.
Okay, so then she falls for the MLM scheme where I think this, yeah, like let's say, okay, yeah, like her husband, since he works as a blacksmith, he interacts with a lot of travelers for like remaking and fixing horseshoes and all that stuff. That's the number one like
Yeah.
thing that they sell that helps them get by a lot. And
Mm-hmm.
so she like gets a spiel from the MLM scammer about like different trinkets and gizmos and all that stuff. And
Oh,
she's
yeah, we
like,
got.
"Oh, I could sell this alongside my husband. Like it'll be on the side thing
Yeah.
for travelers to like get their wives or kids as like a gift shop kind of thing."
Ooh, yeah. Everyone needs one of these.
And so she kind of bought into it. But then when she got it, they're quite crappy.
Yeah, but what is the one of these? What is it?
Oh, okay. So we're gonna think of like what the actual like
What's the scam?
essential oils. No, let's not do that.
No. No. It
Uh,
really could be though. It
oh my
could be
god.
maybe potions.
Just imagine like the small amount of people who listen to our podcast. It's like, oh, I just pissed off like at least one of them.
Yeah.
It's like, oh well, there goes a huge significant portion of our audience.
Essential oils don't do anything though. I'm on board with that one too. Don't worry.
Uh,
So it's a potion. Let's say it's a potion, and it claims to do this amazing feat.
oh, let's not do snake oil.
You got to do the snake oil.
No, I
Back in ye olden days, that's every
yes, but
scam
I was
they
I was
had.
thinking about like
Maybe a air quotes here magic item, and you don't know that it doesn't work because the point of it working is that you don't know it doesn't work, or that you don't know it works. Maybe it's like some sort of good luck charm, or
but then she would be able to sell it just fine, right?
yeah, but the husband knows they don't work because maybe someone he knows dealt with it in the past, so he knows that they're a scam. He knows that they don't work, or he knows maybe from his smithing ability
I
that
was
this is made wrong.
I was thinking like just cheapo like gift store or like gas station kind of like side things that like are just crappily made. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like something done dumb. It's like I went to New
Yeah,
York
but I
and
can't think of a fancy version of that. That's the thing. I mean,
scarf.
the what?
A scarf, fancy scarf.
Okay, where it's just like cheaply made and just horribly quality,
Yeah,
horrible
it'll
quality.
fall apart after a few days on the road, but by then they're gone.
Oh, how about it's like they're scars, but they're made of like that super like itchy fabric. You know
Oh,
those sweaters
that's
that like when you
awful.
wear?
Yeah,
Yeah, like that
it's like
level.
someone knit them out of straw.
Yeah.
Those are evil. But see, people wouldn't buy that. If they try it on, they're gonna know it's awful.
Yeah. Well, they just need to hold it in their hand and they'll know.
Yeah.
And that's why she can't sell
So,
it.
what if it does feel soft to the touch, but that's just an outer layer, maybe, and like the body of the actual scarf is the nasty stuff.
No, I
And
think
that,
it was like when she was sold about this pitch, they were showing her like sample stuff, but
oh,
the sample stuff was just completely like not the actual stuff.
yeah, and they're just sending her all the scratchy ones.
And then the real things that's the like they make is the super like crappy quality that's super cheap to make. But she thought she was buying the higher stuff to sell.
Yeah, so their samples are good, but their production line
Yeah,
has
it's
gone to pot.
clearly a scam.
Okay, so she has to sell bad scarves
Yeah,
that people,
variant designs and all that stuff.
yeah, varying designs, varying colors, but the moment you touch it, you're just like, oh, I don't
You
wanna
don't
put
want
this on
that
my
around
neck."
your neck.
Yeah.
And so
What if
she's.
the party just tells her to rebrand them as scrubbing cloths then?
I think that's a game master figures that out.
Yeah. Or if the party figures that out, the game master can be like, all right, you sell them.
And then that's when they realize that's a 7-year contract part or 5-year
Yeah.
contract part.
They sell them all, and then she's like, okay, I guess I can keep trying that.
And then that's when
when the
Donnie
contract
comes in.
is
It's like, oh, you sold them all. Or it's like she pays it, and he's like, oh, you sold them all. Well, you'll get your next shipment next week. What do you mean next shipment?
Yep. Oh, there's more. You signed a contract, hun.
Yeah, sleazy car salesman kind of talk.
Oh, yeah. He would probably call her doll or something like that.
Oh yeah, I could see that.
Every time I hear that, I get Space Jam flashbacks.
Good movie.
Yeah.
Oh wait, the Michael Jordan one, not the
The
newer
original.
one. Yeah, I never saw. I never saw the newer one.
Me either. All right, so you sell the things. Donnie's like, sweet, good job. Now you can sell more. That's when the party finds out there's a contract And Karen's like, "Oh, I do remember signing something now."
I thought it was for the debt, so that, saying that we
Yeah.
owe them so that we'll pay them back.
And George is probably like, "You what?"
Read the fine print, woman. Okay. Donnie probably would have like an office.
He probably has somewhere he goes to count his money.
Well, I think it's like, since this is all like technically legal,
Oh, barely.
he does like have just an office that's just like open kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's just like right there. It's part of like like the business district, or like just commercial district kind of thing.
An office where he, like, originally met with Karen to set everything up, and he probably has a safe where he keeps the contracts and, of course, his money.
Yeah. That would be for the specific location. I don't know if we want in the same city where the higher ups would be.
Huh.
So then it's just like he has that. It's basically like it's like a car's insurance salesman or car insurance agent. You have one in the area that you could go to and talk to, and they keep all your paperwork. But then they have just higher branch offices like far away kind of thing.
Right, like he's in charge of this area, so he keeps all of his stuff here.
Yeah, and then he like sends the money up.
Yeah, the money goes up, but the contract stays there.
Yeah, it's like that kind of thing.
So if the party does try to go steal the contract, they might get a little extra money out of it too. What's the
Depending
tie?
on what's in his safe, if he actually sent it or not.
Yeah.
I feel like his office probably is like towards the nicer side of like
Oh yeah,
the
it's gotta
city.
be extravagant.
And they probably also maybe do like loans.
Yeah,
Like
probably.
it doubles as like where they also dabble in like shark loaning kind of thing.
Yes.
Because
he would
those
probably
were
definitely
technically
have some
legal,
money.
right?
Yeah, he probably definitely have quite a bit of money stored there then, so he can facilitate those loans.
Or no, I think it would be like just his office would be like, okay, well, you will like sign off on all this stuff, and then calls for like the higher branches, like, okay, send some people down, escort like the money that we're lending them, kind of thing, you know?
Yeah. I still would want to give the party some sort of reward for breaking into a safe.
Oh no, yeah, whatever like level of reward that the game master wants to give them.
Oh yeah.
He could determine how much like he kept with him, or how much he sent off, or anything like that.
Yeah. There's definitely like some cool stuff in there, maybe some things left as collateral or things like that too. You never know what you're gonna find.
Okay, that's all well and good, but that pretty much wraps up the quest.
Well,
No
there's gotta
real
be a
big
bodyguard,
twist.
right? What if there's a bodyguard?
I mean, that would just increase the difficulty of the break-in.
Yeah, but what if the bodyguard is the twist?
How's that a twist? Okay, how is that a twist compared to all of our previous episodes?
Bodyguard's a mimic.
Oh my god.
No.
The whole building is a mimic.
Oh snap! That would Monster House.
Pretty much.
Do you want to go that far?
No, that's
No,
too silly.
yeah, but it's so much fun.
Then
So
we
there's
could,
definitely
we
at
could
least
make
one or
any
two.
quest. By that logic, we could just make every single quest that we ever come up with in the future. Just, oh, it's like just a giant mimic.
We would have to change the name of the podcast at that point.
And I'm too lazy to change all that stuff. I'm the one in charge of the accounts.
Yeah, I know. I know.
And I am too lazy.
All right, so maybe one or two bodyguards. I
Well,
can say
it's valuable stuff, so obviously
Yeah.
there's going to be night
There's gonna be
guards
some
or...
guards.
Yeah.
But really, it's a snatch and grab kind of thing. Like you're sneaking in. There's probably
I mean,
someone humming Mission Impossible music somewhere.
the party could easily just set the build... If they're evil enough, they could easily just set the building on fire at night.
Not if it's a good safe. The contract will be fine in there.
Okay. Okay, I see your point. I see your point.
Yeah. Give them a chance to plan a heist.
Okay, are we gonna... Do you want to design a heist right now?
No, let the party come up with the heist.
No, well, we have to come up with, like, the circumstance to allow them to see possible openings. You know what I mean? Okay, for example, let's talk about the actual building.
Yeah.
Since it's somewhat of a condensed... Would you say that the building... the building is freestanding, or is it, like, in the middle of, like, rows of buildings where the side walls are touching.
I would say it needs to be freestanding because he doesn't want to share.
Okay, so it's a freestanding building, which is usually higher end, I feel like, as
Yeah.
being in a city. How many floors?
Let's go with 2 for now.
2 and
Maybe 3. Yeah, let's go with 3.
okay, 3 floors. Does he sleep there, or this is purely just an office?
Oh, no, no. He's got his own house. He
Okay.
doesn't sleep there.
So
That's
he won't
it.
be there then at night.
No.
We're talking purely for night break-in / heist.
Yeah. Unless they want to go into the middle of the day, and then they will get their butts handed to them.
So first floor will probably be for just general reception,
Yeah, general reception.
just
maybe some office
like a sitting
rooms.
room kind of thing, coffee
Yeah.
table, sofas, and all that stuff. Second floor would be
Break room. I don't
or
know.
his like personal office, where it's just
Yeah.
like
This has one personal office, and it's huge.
yeah, and this is where it's like lined up with just different documents and all that stuff, but not the
Mm-hmm.
precious ones.
Of course.
I'm now picturing just like, that stereotypical like mahogany table with that like reddish
window.
brown leather chair.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Got like a massive window behind it with a really good view.
but then that would be a perfect place to actually put like a wall safe.
Yeah, I feel like that should be.
So 2 floors instead of 3?
No, that should be the third floor. Second floor is where all the guards live. Like, the guards don't have their own homes. They stay there. They live there, and they take shifts. I don't know how many guards there are, but they live there.
Okay. If
Like
that
barracks.
is the employees' quarters,
Yeah.
if he wants to have private kind of meetings, that means that the staircase will probably lead up to a landing that has an entrance to the quarters, but then within that same landing is the staircase to the 3rd floor.
Yes, maybe even spiral.
Okay. Yeah, we can have a
Or-
spiral staircase like this used to be an old mansion kind of little thing.
Yeah. Or, if your setting is more futuristic, elevators.
Oh, that'll be the easy approach. In the 3rd floor, in his office, he would have the safe that has the important legal documents and any extra gold
Yeah.
in a wall safe.
And it's a big safe. Like, it is its own room. It takes up half the floor, is how big this safe is.
Okay, I was not picturing something that big.
No, I'm going, like, full Scrooge McDuck here. Scrooge? No. Yeah, Scrooge.
Yeah, he's a rich a-hole.
Yeah.
No, he's actually kind.
No, he's
Scrooge
really nice.
McDuck is kind. Ebenezer Scrooge is
Okay.
not as kind. Anyways,
I was thinking I was making a crossover there. I forgot. Scrooge McDuck's name is actually Scrooge.
yeah.
It's a weird name when you say it too much.
It's already past Christmas. Why are we talking about this?
Christmas all year long, duh.
I will accept Christmas in July,
Okay.
but not now. Especially when like this episode is going to be released on the 12th, so that'll be 2 days before Valentine's Day.
Aw, we should have done a Valentine's episode.
Okay, how
Next
do you...
time.
No, we can totally change this right now. 35 minutes in, I don't care. If you could make a romance story from an MLM scanned person, I will be severely impressed.
All right. Karen wants to make money so she can get a really awesome gift. for
Okay, so
George.
we're saying that she's
Saving up money
single
so he
now.
can get- No. Well, I mean, that you can still be married and go on dates.
Oh, are you talking about like a rekindling of like the love life of the man? I am sorry for whoever's like we might go back to the whole heist thing and go that route, but let's see if
Well, the
this
heist is
actually
still
works.
happening. Heist is still happening.
Oh, you know what? Take the reins. This is your segment. I want to see where this is going.
Karen joined the thing so she can make some extra money so she can treat her husband to a wonderful Valentine's Day. Maybe get him an awesome gift. He's also trying to save up money so he can treat her. So they're both trying to save up as much money as possible for this. But she's gotten trapped in this scheme. So in comes the party, and Heist continues as normal. I mean, it's just the reasoning behind why she wants money. That's all that's changing.
Oh, I thought it was Give Each Other Quest that's more focused on like the romance and just all that stuff.
No, I don't want to get that sappy.
Why not? This is the Valentine's episode.
Oh, because I like what we've got so far. I don't want to change it.
Okay, hang on.
What do you got?
Now my mind's like somewhat switched. Let's say It's like a misunderstanding between a married couple.
Uh-oh.
Where it's just like he works too much as a blacksmith, and so she feels neglected, but he feels like he's trying to like, and maybe she like has suspects that he's like holding money off to his side and thinks that maybe he's cheating or like has a mistress or something like that. But then like
Because he's spending long hours at the forge.
yeah, and then like if the party talks to the guy, he's like, oh no, I'm just trying to save up for like this like very nice jewelry or something like that. And then like so like this could easily be a like split the party moment where it's just like some guys like half the party helps the husband and the other half of the party helps out the wife.
Could be.
But then it's just like yeah, she's still
Stuck in this pyramid scheme.
okay.
So what if when they...
What
I
if
still want the heist to happen.
what if I'm gonna go against what I said earlier. What happens if we don't if we make it just not evil?
What?
Where
the
they just
scam's not evil?
yeah, just like they help her sell her product so that she could finally buy the gift for her husband. We can make this into just a very sweet quest.
Oh, I like the heist. Okay, we'll save the heist for some other time.
No, we could like this is just me spitballing. We could easily just scrap all of this and just go back to the heist and go back to the original like oh they bad.
Okay. So,
But it was just
originally-
a thing of just like if she did this to sell that stuff so that it's kind of like the oh I sold my hair to buy you your gift and they sold their thing to buy her a comb, you know, that kind of cliche gift giving.
Yeah, I sold my hair to buy you a pocket watch strap. Oh, I sold my pocket watch to buy you a comb.
Yeah, that kind of like sweet kind of gift thing.
Yeah. So we did originally have them help her sell everything.
That was one of the options.
Yeah, that could still happen, and it can lead into a happily ever after. We sold the thing, we got the gifts.
Yeah,
Then-
and also help the bridge of communications between the husband and wife.
Yeah, like, oh yay, happily ever after. Then they find out she's stuck in this pyramid scheme.
You just want this horrible thing to happen to them.
I want the heist. So then it just turns into a heist. All they got to do is make that contract disappear.
Okay, at least I will have to say at least this is a little bit more interestingly structured than go find out problem people, heist, and then it's over.
Yeah.
At least this one's a little bit more
There's a love
interesting.
story.
Okay, I'm a little bit happier with this structure.
Yeah.
It's less cut and dry, in my opinion.
Yeah. There's love story. They help the couple rekindle their love for each other, but then, oh no, pyramid scheme. So the
Okay,
party has to go steal the contract or destroy the contract.
So let's go. We'll
Or
go
murder
back
Donnie.
We'll go back to the heist structure. We'll have that all set up, and then we'll go back in time to talk about the whole gifts between husband and wife thing.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that. I'm trying to organize this in my head. This is this is the reason why like all the previous episodes I have us just go step by step through the entire thing is so I can organize it in my head.
All right. So things start out. They meet the couple, or they meet at least, whoever posted.
Oh, I
the
thought we were
heist.
gonna finish the quest, the heist.
Oh, let's finish the heist then. I thought you wanted to go step by step and then
Yeah,
finish the heist.
no. I'm just saying, like, I try to organize things in my head. At the very end, we might just do a very much step by step, just to get the entire flow at the very end.
Oh yeah, always comes in handy.
So, first floor, second floor, first floor, common reception. Second floor, employee housing or living quarters. Yeah. Third floor, main man's office with huge safe.
Massive.
Behind a very nice portrait.
Oh, of course. It's got to be behind the picture.
Yeah, but do we
his
want him to be
mother.
vain? Where it's just like, oh, it's himself.
No, it's his mother.
Okay. The safe would be locked by combination? How would the safe be locked?
You could leave that up to the dungeon master to find some sort of safe puzzle to present.
Oh, to make the heist more interesting, what happens if it's just a key that
Just a key?
Donnie always has around his neck?
Of course, then they have to figure out how to get to Donnie and get that key.
Okay,
That makes it a little complex.
now we have to flush out Donnie in his entire life.
Oh my gosh.
We have to set this up for the game master. This
No,
is a
I know.
point.
I
Unless
feel
we
like
just
Donnie is a simple man. He makes his money, he lives his life.
do you just want to make the combination to save to 1, 2, 3, 4?
Heck yes, let's just do that.
Okay.
So there's like four giant dials on the safe. Honestly, the game master can make the number whatever they want to be, whatever's significant to them. But if you don't want to make it something special, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Donnie is not that smart.
Okay. So standalone building. He has windows on the third floor that's in his office, but not obviously not for the safe.
Yeah.
There's obviously windows on the second floor and first floor. And I just realized if you live in the UK, it's ground floor, first floor, second floor. I know that
Okay.
they say that over there. So weird. It's
Just different.
okay. Let's say at night there are guard patrols.
Yep.
There is a guard that goes from first, second to third, where they do a route and then go to the top and then go back to the bottom. And there's a
Okay.
guard that walks around the perimeter outside
Yes.
at all
There's
times.
probably a guard on the first and or ground floor. That's just making the rounds there as well.
Okay, so a total of 3 guards at night.
Yeah, the first two, the outside one and the first floor one, could be avoided with proper sneaking.
Well, since
Third one on the stairs is going to be a different story. Literally, there's 3 stories.
eh,
But what the party could do is sneak behind the guard as he's going up and hide somewhere on the second floor. Wait for him to go back down and then make their way to the third. I like puzzle games.
you play a lot of Splinter Cell, don't you?
Actually, none. None at all.
You enjoy Splinter Cell. It's an old game series that they don't make anymore.
Aw.
Um,
No, I played a lot of ninja games.
that can
So,
be
yeah.
a very simple way to do it, but then the party has this thing of they have to quickly unlock the safe before the one guard gets to the bottom and then back up to the third floor.
Or hide behind the desk every time he shows up.
That is up for the game master.
Yep. So whatever you want to let your party do. If they manage to hide each time, let them. If they forget to put the picture back over the safe, the guard's gonna get suspicious. Yeah, that could either lead into a fight, or it could be a fully sneaking type event.
Or you could just burn the entire house down.
Or you can just burn it all down and hope the safe is not fireproof.
I mean, if it takes up half of the floor.
You never know. It could have something about it, maybe even spells. Donnie has money.
Well, he himself does not. It's like one of those people that's like, oh, this is the company car. You know what I mean?
I get you.
He's just a cog in the machine. Okay, so setting that basically up, the party could do whatever they want.
Yeah.
For Heist, you just have to set up the general layout and the general like structure of how things work in there,
And let them
and then
figure out
let their
how they're gonna do it
imagination solve the puzzle or
Yep.
fail the puzzle. I don't know.
miserably. Sometimes that happens.
Oh, it happens most of the time. Okay, so we'll go back to the loving couple in the first phase of the quest then.
All right.
The party will, let's say, okay, the party goes to the wife.
Yeah, 'cause she's the one that made the posting.
Yes. And she explains the situation where she just needs to sell it and she really needs the money for
A gift for her husband.
gift
We
for her
wanna
husband.
make
But then
this-
she's feeling also dejected because she doesn't like their anniversary's coming up.
Yeah.
But she's feeling dejected because she thinks that he doesn't love her anymore and he's like seeing someone else, and she thinks
Yeah,
that
maybe
like,
this gift is her last effort to try to rekindle their relationship.
yeah, she's just trying to prove that she's not worthless, like she's not a useless housewife or anything like that.
Yeah. Which housewives are not useless. You guys rock.
Well, she has like very low self-esteem about this.
Yes.
And like, let's say he's like one of the reasons why she's suspicious, like, oh, he just doesn't like, he's trying to be stingy with his money. He's trying to, he doesn't buy like higher quality like products or like food or anything like that.
Yeah, we're always just bare minimum.
But then he always says that he doesn't have the money for it.
Right.
So she thinks that he's using the money on like some other woman.
That would be an issue.
And then if they ever talk to him, then he's going to be like, what would he be like?
Maybe he's trying to save up to buy a better home for them.
No, I was just hoping for just like he's saving up for a gift for her because he knows that their anniversary is coming up.
Okay.
But let's say it's like the 10-year anniversary, like something special.
Ooh, 10. I was thinking like 20 or something.
Oh, I was picturing a younger couple.
Oh, younger couple?
Yeah, it's like that young love kind of
I mean, back
misunderstanding.
in the olden days, they married young.
Yeah, but whatever age is the marrying age in your world, it doesn't.
Yeah,
But
pick an anniversary, make it special.
yeah, like it could be just like first year, like it's their first
Their
anniversary.
first anniversary.
Yeah,
And she's already feeling dejected.
she's like,
Hey.
oh, it's no, she's feeling dejected because it's like they're no longer in the honeymoon phase. And he's
the
like,
honeymoon
oh, I
phase
want to make
lasts
this
a
special
while.
because it's the first anniversary. But then she's like, oh, he's already tired of me.
Yeah, you could go with that. And like the reason he's spending so much time away from home and always tired and always whatever is because he's working more. He's doing more to try to make that extra money aside from what they need to live.
And cut corners on like frivolous spending.
Yeah.
And so then he's got his set. Maybe the party could help him like get that little extra push for him to get her that jewelry that he's been eyeing at for a while now.
Yeah. A necklace that she has repeatedly said that she loves, or some sort of jewelry, whatever it is.
It's like a very nice like necklace that like had like the gem is like her color eyes. It reminds when he sees it, it reminds him of her kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's sappy.
So what is she trying to get for him?
That's yeah, I don't exactly know.
Well, he's a blacksmith, maybe a new hammer.
Nothing says romantic Valentine. No.
She's thinking of him and what he needs and what he likes.
I understand. Like people, like there's some people that's like, oh, gifts is like they rather have practical gifts and all that stuff. Everyone's different.
Yeah.
But if we're making this like a Valentine's theme thing, it's gotta be sappy, right?
It's got to be sappy, but I feel like a hammer is still, I don't know. I feel like that's what I would get my husband if he wanted to be a blacksmith.
I could see your husband like wanting to quit his job and be a blacksmith.
Oh, he's already learned how to blacksmith. He actually knows. He made a knife. It's pretty cool.
That's not a knife. That's a
Yeah, no,
knife.
sorry. He actually made a kunai. Okay.
He would, that weep. Okay. What would she like?
I don't know. Something a guy would want. Something that would.
That's somewhat like. Should it be somewhat expensive?
Well, yes.
But
of
then
course.
she doesn't work. She's like a housewife. So then the amount of, let's say the amount of profit she would get from this
Yeah, and she's
isn't
stubborn.
that extravagant because it's obviously an MLM scam. So she's not going to make that much money off of it.
She probably thought she would, though.
Thought she would or anything like that. And the party could help her. Or the party could help like find a cheaper but more meaningful gift.
Maybe. Just because
Well,
we
what's
can't.
a
do
cheaper,
something,
more
you get to
meaningful?
decide what the gift is. Yay!
Come on, you're married here.
I
You
know,
should-
and I bought
you
my
should-
husband a sword. Okay, deal with it.
I don't think she should buy, like, I don't think Karen should buy her husband a sword.
No, different situation. And just for the record, it's not a real sword. It's a foam sword, so we can smack each other and it won't hurt.
Yes, have an audio recording of that. We hit each other at home.
Yeah, but not with real weapons. I intend to get one too, so that we can, like, I don't know, go sword fight somewhere. Not in the house.
Oh, good. You're responsible. That's the sound of a mature, responsible adult.
It's good exercise, and it's fun.
You know what? You do you. I still try to think of a gift that Karen would get her blacksmith
Tell
of a
ya.
husband, George.
Hammer. Because maybe he's been complaining he needs a new hammer because he has to keep fixing the one he's got, but he can't afford a new hammer.
Okay.
She wants to get him something meaningful.
Okay, we'll do maybe a hammer that's made by like a very well-known and like masterful kind of blacksmith
And it
that
may or may
works
not
in the
have
town.
maybe. And it may or may not have a slight magical effect. Maybe like it's lighter to, the person wielding it, but still puts out the same amount of force as if it were heavier.
You know what? Let's
That's
say
why-
it's a mithril hammer. Mithril is like as tough as steel, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's much lighter.
Yeah. So she wants to get him a fancy hammer.
But then the amount of money she made wasn't enough.
Not quite.
So then the party could choose to like contribute or anything like that. Or maybe
Yeah,
they use like if they during the heist they get money, then they could give a portion of that money to her to complete the
it
for
could
the
be.
rest of the gift.
Or she could make enough to buy it. Maybe she'd been saving whatever little scraps she could beforehand, and just the final push of selling all of these crappy scarves would be enough.
Okay.
Like
Oh,
just enough, just barely.
how about we have the husband like ask the party to like help set up a romantic like mood and all that stuff.
Aw, yeah. Candlelit dinner and such. Maybe a
Yeah, it's
picnic
like, hey, can you
somewhere.
like this might be just a side quest of the this side quest, but it's just like, hey, can you like help clear out this area in like the forest outside the city
Yeah.
kind of thing, and like set up like candles and all that.
And if there's a bard in the party, maybe they can play some tunes.
It'll be perfect.
Yeah.
And then that's
Could
when
be like the
the
final scene.
and then that's when the game master could then just describe a super sappy interaction between two NPCs, and it'll be super awkward for
Oh.
the game master.
Or one of their best moments.
I don't think that will be one of the best moments that a party would constantly talk about in the future.
You underestimate some parties.
True, but
Yeah.
I always reference the dumb stuff that we do.
All right. So we've pretty much got the whole thing figured
Okay,
out.
so should we say in chronological order?
Chronological?
Yes.
Chronological words.
Timeline.
Timeline. All right. Party finds the request. They go find Karen. Karen says, "Hey, can you help me sell these scarves? By the way, they suck." And then she gives the whole spiel about why she wants to sell them. She goes in depth, like every recipe blog out there. And maybe the party at that point can go talk to George and see what his side of the story is. And then they find out why this couple wants to do all these things and, why what's happening is happening. They help Karen sell the scarves. And she makes just barely enough money to get the hammer.
And says, okay, well, though she's like, oh, I just have enough to buy the hammer after I paid back the loan
Yeah.
that I owe Donnie for these supplies.
Yeah.
And if
I was
they,
thinking maybe at that point, the party can think they're done.
yeah,
Like
that,
they can start walking away.
well, it's a, do the party go, like, one of two things. Like, the party goes with Karen to help pay it off.
Yeah.
In which then they will find out that it's like, oh no, you signed a contract for 5 years. You need to sell more of this stuff.
Maybe like as they sell the final scarf, Donnie shows up and he's like, "All right, so Karen, you got my money."
Oh,
And that's when he springs on her. Oh, sorry, this was only the first shipment.
so that would be like, oh, it's been 2 weeks since you've gotten the supplies. I demand payment, kind of thing.
Yeah,
And then it's like, oh yeah, I have it all. Like I sold all of them. Here's your money.
yeah,
And then he says, yeah. And then you'll be like, okay, your next shipment will come in next week.
and
Do it
that's
all
when,
over again.
and that's when the heist is planned.
And whatever how
Karen will
long
call
it takes
them.
for the party to like plan it out and like search the thing, we already said exactly what's going to be the kind of security at night.
Yep.
So whatever information they want for that
Yeah.
or want to gather for that. If that safe is quite big, do we want to
Yeah.
put anything else in there?
I mean, I feel like Donnie would keep.
But
his
he's on the
personal
lower
record.
end, so you wouldn't have like crucial information about like the whole organization.
No, maybe not the whole organization, but maybe, as I said earlier, he could keep some stuff that was given to him as collateral in there, or things he's managed to scam off of other people.
Or if the party like investigates the paper, like some of the paperwork is just like notes about like all of like a bunch of people in the town, random people, or it's just like they're having money issues or this or that, like people that information that he could use to
Scam anyone else.
like as a point of weakness.
There could possibly be other contracts in there too.
Well, yeah, he probably has like a total of like 3 or 4 people.
Yeah, he's probably got a few people around town that he's scamming, and if you destroy those contracts, he's ruined.
Yeah, but then they would probably act like they wouldn't know that the contract got destroyed.
Like I said, maybe it's a magically binding contract. If it's destroyed, they feel it.
That seems a little weird.
Okay, fine.
Okay, I think that's generally. Oh, and also if they come back and all that stuff, they could help plan and set up a romantic dinner. But I
Yes,
doubt
yeah.
a party will actually do that. But there's always a
What's
possibility.
wrong? Tell us if your party wants to plan this.
Where can they tell us, Tiffany?
At Questboard Pod on Twitter.
Perfect. And also tell us if you have any job posting ideas of your own that we could use in the future. And with that, I wish you all a good night.
And happy questing!